The 80s was one of the best times in our lives. Now, I was born in the early 80s and life was just generally so much more relaxed and the cost of living was way more affordable. And guess what? Even Gen Z has a connection to the 80s even though it was way before their time. Some of them are just obsessed with it. But what if I told you that in 1988, something happened that destroyed the very fabric of time and pushed us onto another timeline? Today, I talk about the theories about the 1988 anomaly that changed everything in life as we know it. Hello and welcome back, or welcome to my channel. If you don't know what's going on here, well, I'm certainly not going to tell you that the Snow White movie is absolutely wonderful and Disney did the right thing with this movie. Like fuck they did. Go woke or go broke, Disney, hey. But I am a horror artist and I like to draw what I talk about in these videos. Now I like scary effects, true crimes, anything to do with the paranormal, aliens, conspiracies, all that good stuff, and I like to draw. So I like to combine all of that into these videos to hopefully bring you a unique experience. If you want to support me, head across to Redbubble. I've got prints, stickers, shit like that, and I have an Etsy store where I make felt toy patterns, so you can buy a pattern, download it, and then make a felt toy from the procedure that I have created on there. Now I've got horror movie characters on there, I've got my own designs. Head across there, check it out. Now with that being said, let's get on with the video and let's get on with the drawing. The 1988 anomaly theory is where conspiracy theorists believe that the world peaked and then ended in 1988, and we don't really have any recollection of it because we just ended up switching timelines instantly, and there are signs and proof that this happened. An alleged timeline split occurred and it reset us all and life. The world we were once in that was going good, people could live life without crippling debt, and only one person per household could work a normal job, afford to live, and have money left over, stopped existing and was replaced with another one that was just plain wrong and set up to turn us all into slaves to the system, with life getting harder and harder. Some people have a weird feeling of something happening around this time in history, but they can't explain it. And then following this, Mandela Effects started happening because of the timeline change. People specifically remember certain things being one way, but they are different now, or they never happened. The most popular Mandela effects are ones such as the death of Nelson Mandela, which the Mandela Effects are named from. Nelson Mandela died in 2013, but people swear that he died in prison in the 1980s. Another is Looney Tunes. People swear that tunes is spelt T-O-O-N-S, not T-U-N-E-S. And the Berenstain Bears was remembered as the Berenstain Bears, not the Berenstain Bears. Anomaly theorists have noted a shift in 1988 that they think points to the reset of life. Apparently, some big milestones happened technology-wise in 1988, with the first computer virus being released called the Morris worm, which affected thousands of computers across the world directly from the internet. There was also diverse events that happened across that time, such as unusual weather events and strange UFO sightings in the skies that get conspiracy theorists in a flap. If you decide to do a deep dive on the topic of the 1988 anomaly, you will get all sorts of theories from people weighing in on what they think happened. One user on Reddit called the Y-Files believes that we are a restored backup from a possible main supercomputer failure, with the backup being restored back to 1988, but it was glitchy, hence why there was changes to certain things. The restorers of the backup did their best to right the glitches, but some things ended up being interpreted differently. Another theory is that CERN, the European Organisation for Nuclear Research in Geneva, Switzerland, has caused a change in timelines when they fired up the Hadron Collider to smash some atomic particles together to create protons and ions accelerating to the speed of light, and also sometimes apparently making black holes and opening portals to other dimensions. The company supporting my channel today is Down to Ground. They make grounding mats for sleeping and standing on, grounding sheets, pillowcases, and much more. If you are a shit sleeper, suffer from pain and inflammation in your body, and also get up several times a night to pee, then this product might be for you. These grounding tools can reduce anxiety, depression, and stress, heal wounds faster, improve blood flow and blood pressure, and rejuvenates your body to give you a more youthful appearance with improvements to your skin as the electrons act like an antioxidant. Also for us females, it can reduce PMS pain in just 6 weeks of using the mats. Gotta love that. If this sounds like something that you might be interested in, head over to downtoground.co using the links below. You will get 10% off your entire order. And if you are not happy with it, you can send it back for a full refund. Also, you get a free socket tester to make sure that your home is properly grounded for your mat to work, as it connects to the electrical socket but does not use electricity, just the grounding port, so you will not get electrocuted if it gets wet. It's natural, safe, and replicates the ions from the ground outside, which your body absorbs when you walk around barefoot. Enough about that, let's get back into the video. People are saying that the world ended in 1988, but if you think that CERN had anything to do with it, you might be mistaken, as the collider wasn't turned on until 2008 for the first time. The LEP tunnel, however, was created in 1988, which was the Large Electron Position Collider, which apparently operated from 1989 to 2000, which was stored in the same 27-kilometer round tunnel where the Hadron Collider is now. Many researchers have thrown theories out there that they believe that a cosmic event happened in 1988 that played a part in resetting life. They reckon that they have linked it to either a cosmic alignment, planetary influences, or ET activity that caused it to take a nosedive right into the connection between the physical world and the higher realms of existence. So getting back to the Mandela Effects that were caused by the alleged anomaly, a small group called the Anomaly Truthers believe that we are suffering from the glitch that happened with our brains trying to collectively come to terms with the reset and what we do remember pre and post 1988 on the original timeline. The truthers also believe that every 12 years we get another reset. Something happened to destroy the world, to kill us all, and we jump to another timeline without us even realizing. The next apparent reset was in the year 2000, which was the Y2K bullshit that happened that scammed a lot of people into thinking that their PCs were going to explode or stop working because of the decade switch from 19 to 20. Do you remember when people were saying that the world was going to end in the year 2000? I certainly do, and I do remember being slightly concerned, but not really, because I knew better, but also because I was battling my own shit, such as I was 16 years old at the time and in full anxiety development mode. Then another 12 years from 2000 is 2012, and what do you know? The people were saying that the world was going to end then as well because of the Mayan calendar ending. Things did feel as though it did change significantly in those years, and when I do think about it, I do think it is true. Now, another 12 years from then is 2024, and yes, a lot did change last year too, and a lot of weird shit did happen as well. But I do believe that a lot of weird shit does happen most years, but they do reckon that every 12 years our timeline does collapse. This all could be why the Mandela Effects keep happening, but I also think that some of this can be chalked up to the human brain being pretty unreliable when it comes to remembering things, and some things seem to just give different people the same idea, nearly like dyslexia, and no one really has that concrete evidence of a timeline shift. But if it does prove to be true, then our understanding of the age and development of the universe is completely wrong, because we have been reset to points in existence that pushes the accuracy of age way out. This means that everything once learned now has been wiped and we have to start again from scratch. Could this be the case with why certain technologies were once on Earth, then taken away, and then recreated again? For example, the pyramids of Giza. I don't care what anyone says, those things were not built by slaves pushing those big blocks up wooden rollers. It was built by advanced technology that was either lost to time, such as the reset, or purposely lost and erased by the oligarchs, or even taken back by the beings that supplied it. I'm open-minded and I wouldn't be surprised at any theory, because we have lived through some pretty fucking weird shit. And I also do believe that the frequency of Earth does change, and I do think that it's got a periodically mapped out changing sort of path that it does do, and it could be every 12 years, but I do feel as though that has to happen, because I think if that doesn't change, we stagnate, and I don't think that that is very good for the population to be stagnating in certain areas. And I do believe that the frequency of Earth changes, and we do move into different phases, and we do move into different frequencies, hence why things do change, and we change, we feel different, we know there's a change, because some of us are more in tune with the frequency of the Earth and what is going on. I know I am. I can sense when there is going to be a change, and yeah, I can really be sensitive to that. But let me know your thoughts on this, and hopefully I explain this as best that I could and as simple as I could, because this is a very, very mind-twisting topic to delve into. It's very hard to try and explain it, and I'm not like the best person to explain things either. Like, I try my best, I know what I'm thinking in my brain, but I can't get it out. But I tried my best to do that for you guys, to explain what I did research on this 1988 anomaly, and it is quite interesting. I think they're on the right path. This is only my opinion. I think they're on the right path with what's happened. I don't think there was a reset, like a complete wiping of society. I just think that shifts have happened and have progressed life in a different way. And I do believe that the oligarchs that run this world, which is another video that I'm going to be getting into, so stay tuned for that. I do believe that they are playing a part in trying to shift frequencies to not benefit us, but to benefit them. Now, the illustration that I decided to do for this one today was basically my image of the 1988 anomaly creature. I don't know, I just had this image of a creature doing this, and basically being the bringer of you know, all this reset and these Mandela effects and everything, and yeah, this was just the vision that I got for that. It was just a monster. And I believe that if the 1988 anomaly had to have a face, that would be it. That would be, to me, that's it, what I drew, basically. But anyway, that is it from me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you like this kind of content, like, subscribe, dislike. I couldn't give two shits what you do, because any interaction that you give me goes towards the algorithm for other people to find me. And I've been getting a lot of dislikes on my videos, and I love it. You're making me feel like a YouTuber. But anyway, that is it from me. And hopefully I see you guys in the next one. Bye.